All right. So through all this, I've used my notoriety to try to help people. Used the hatred towards me to try to help find people. When Selena Not Afraid disappeared, I spoke up, and then everybody wanted to pick it up. Thousands of people saw those YouTube videos that I made. It's a matter of holding out. Either my voice will be silenced, or I hold out long enough to get my voice heard. Well, not my voice anymore. Not my voice, but yours. See, the voices of these witnesses who are too afraid to come forward, there are hundreds of conversations with them on this YouTube. Hundreds. If you're willing to go back through and listen to them, you realized I was telling the truth. But do you care that much? Probably not. Especially since there's thousands of them. I am completely out of money. I'm lucky I was able to get my disability back, finally. I hadn't been able to use my disability funds for what its intended purpose was in over 2 years. Over 2 years. On the 1st, I get my disability money. It'll be, well, almost enough to last me for a month. I gotta pay the guy here $150 to get us squared away. So that'd be 100 out of it. And then, of course, there's $225 for rent, which is cheap. It's low income. So we're looking at $375 off the top, which ain't too bad. Then there's my phone bill and all that other stuff. You know, I don't really need to go through all the expenses. I'm sure you guys know that they're just expenses. Those expenses are actually greater when you're homeless. Right now, having that apartment, fuck. Spent $130 on groceries. 100 of it went rotten in my fridge because it won't turn on. So that was $100 down the tubes. They were supposed to replace my neighbor's fridge. She had a broken refrigerator. So they took the refrigerator out of her place, gave her a brand new refrigerator, and then put her broken refrigerator in my fucking apartment. Jesus fucking Christ. Of course, most homeless people would listen to that and go, fuck, at least you got an apartment. And they're absolutely right. They're absolutely right. They go, hey, at least you got a stove to cook on. And I do. As soon as I get pots and pans that I can cook with, that'll happen. And as soon as this COVID thing is over, then myself and David, who is the guy who basically he's the maintenance man, after this whole COVID thing is done, he's supposed to go back through the apartment with me. I mean, there's stains on the walls and shit. Jay Roberts lived there before me, and she smoked in the bathroom. So if I take a shower, more brown streaks come down the goddamn walls. And there were brown streaks in there when I got in there. Cigarette burns in the floor, all sorts of shit. Stuff that, Sean, you shouldn't complain about that. And you're right. But the fact is, that these things that they didn't write down, when I move out, they're going to charge me for those things. And buying groceries and having them go rotten pretty much sucks. I'm broke. I'm pretty well out of food. I think I have a can of beans in here somewhere, and I'll Open up the can of beans. I had a can of pinto beans night before last for dinner. I think it was night before last. I couldn't find my hot sauce, so it was just pinto beans. Fucking nasty. But I think I got another can of beans in here somewhere, and I'm gonna shake some of this on there, and I'll take one of these bags here, one of these pumpkin pantry bags, and I'll wrap it over the can after eating about half of it, and I'll save the other half for the next day. That's what poor people do. Actual poor people. You do what you got to. You hold out as long as you fucking can. I don't want to hold out anymore. I got stabbed in the back by nearly everybody I loved, nearly everybody in my life. People whose lives that I had saved. Of course, you can go through my videos here. There's at least a dozen people who admitted I saved their life. Their lives, in specific. Their own words. Now I got this situation with Zaid Atkinson. You go back and you look at the very beginning when that situation with Officer Smiley and Officer Lolatai happened. By the way, Officer Herr was there too. At the very beginning, Zaid wasn't making it a black issue. He knew it was a homeless issue. And he did everything in his first two speeches to say that, other than just outright saying it. 3 weeks later, he's pretending it was a racially motivated crime. Zaid, you're a fucking backstabber. I can admit 100% that what happened to you was wrong. But I will tell you, young fuck, Black Lives Matters would have spit on you for being homeless. You would have had your ass creamed by those fucking cops. They would have beaten the fuck out of you. And you goddamn well know it. The only reason you didn't get the fuck beaten out of you is because somebody finally came to the door, started recording, and said, hey, he lives here. That is what saved your ass, and you fucking know it. I'm not going to pretend what happened to you was right, but I goddamn for sure ain't going to pretend that it's because of the color of your skin. You were targeted as a homeless person. You looked like a homeless person. You looked like a traveling hippie. And you fucking know it. The fact that you fucking sold out makes you a piece of shit in my book. There are enough racially motivated crimes without people like you going out of your way to make something into something it's not. Now, the first 2 weeks after that happened, I was on your side. Matter of fact, when it comes to the fact that you were completely fucked over, yes, I am still on your side. But you're a fucking piece of shit for making it a race issue when you know goddamn well it's not. You know, I got evidence from Sammy Leon Lawrence IV, your buddy. And, of course, Michelle Rodriguez. And Darren O'Connor. Yeah, you know these people, don't you? You know of them, don't you? Of the 7 people Officer Waylon Lolatai assaulted in 2018, how many did you speak up for? How many did you speak up for? You selfish son of a bitch. Did your mama raise you to be like that? Did your mama fucking raise you to lie? It's okay to lie as long as you win, isn't that right? Zayd, come forward. Stop being such a fucking coward. Stop playing the race card. Tell the fucking truth. You almost did. You almost did. Then you showed your true colors.